So I need to bring my hammer shot down so I can do this video. We were talking about Band of Brothers this morning, the old HBO series. And I was reminded of what's quite possibly one of the craziest stunts that people have ever done. They had a tank. Well, let me preface this actually. We had a tank in Rush, and we needed to do a scene where the tank runs over somebody. Well, it doesn't actually run them over. The guy just goes under, like he lies flat and goes between the treads. We sat there, we looked at it, there's enough ground clearance for like, why don't we just do it for real? We're planning on doing it with VFX. And so we actually, in real life, took a stuntman and he lay down on the ground and the tank drove over him. Now in Band of Brothers, a stunt coordinator was talking about the same thing, and he's like, well, in Band of Brothers, they actually ran somebody over with the tank for real. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And so I looked at the footage, and they did indeed run somebody over for real. So what they did is they dug a hole, and they filled that hole with foam, like cubes and, basically just chopped up foam and stuff, and then put like a layer of dirt and sod on top. The guy actually laid down on it, and they took the tank and ran over him with the tank treads, pushing him down into the foam, and just had to drive over him and then drive away so that he'd come back out of the foam. And that's like gotta be one of the most terrifying, scary things to ever do, because if the tank breaks down while it's on top of you, you're dead. Or at least you're trapped. Maybe not dead, but you'll be in that foam for a while. Because the clip's online. I'm sure Carmichael's cutting to B-roll the whole time I'm talking about it. But you know what really bugs me about that shot? Is that they cut away so much that it could have just been simply VFX, and there's nothing cool about it anymore. Like, they should have seen that guy fall over, scramble, and the tank tread slowly running him over all in one uncut take. Would have been like watching a magic trick. We just saw John Wick 2 last week. And it was nice to see somebody doing stunt work and showing the whole thing. Like when a dude gets hit by a car, they don't like have the car bump the guy, then cut to the guy in the air, then cut to the guy hitting the ground from like 4 different angles. It just smack, fly, hit, all in one shot. So good. Anyways, I thought you guys might be interested in that little factoid, and I think that stunt deserves a lot more appreciation. So, from me to you, a little bit of knowledge. Go enjoy. Dear watchers of Sam and Niko, we have these limited edition Corridor Digital Retro 90s Nerf style shirts. If you guys want one, you must order them very soon. This sale stops 3 days from today. So, jump on them now if you think these shirts are cool, if you would like one. It helps support the channel, helps us grow. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a link in the description. Maybe even on the screen. Who knows what kind of tech YouTube can do these days? We'll find out when we upload this video. Anyways, corridordigital.com/store. Check them out.
Today we're writing a John Wick Nerf video because the new movie just came out and it's so much better than the first one. We're gonna come up with some of the craziest action scenes and sequences that we can inspired by the movie and recreate them with Nerf guns. No, because it's the only pistol one that uses like the magazines well, and you can do all the reloading tricks with this one because it's super easy to reload. Step out from the shadows into that area, and all we're just gonna see in the background is just like a little. Or wait.
I've always wanted to do a shot where you come into a room and you shoot, and you go empty, and you flip the mag, and then keep shooting, like, and just in one flawless motion. It's a lot harder to get my hair straight than I thought. It's not quite working. Brett is the perfect John Wick doppelganger, and obviously Keanu Reeves is the best John Wick on the planet. I will not surpass either of them.
Whoa, is that John Wick?
But this whole video is just, what is the craziest reloading? Like, and I'm like, no! And I grab you and I try and like, whoosh. and then I have to go like this, like, I go like. Easy. No, these are,
Throw them at somebody with your gun.
so I'm like out of ammo, and then we're like wrestling. We're like locked in like combat, like, and I'm like.
You're out of ammo, and you start reloading, but a guy comes around the corner, so you pop the gun here, draw your pistol, and you're like, doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, while you're shooting, yeah, you're right.
Grab, disarm, elbow,
Oh wow, you do a lot of shit.
and shoot on one.
3, 2, and action. 2, 1. Or the whole like, oh yeah, I mean also from the movie, it's straight up, you go, and it's like, oh shit, out of ammo, and holding the guy, drop the dart in there. You jam the dart in the air, and then you just go and like knock it in harder.
Cuts to a dude who's like sitting there like, he's like, you're fucking done. And then he hits like send on the cell phone, and John Wick shoots him in the head, of course. And then it cuts to like the whole like, you see the number going out to everybody, and then he's like, shit. And you just know that a bunch of assassins are sent to kill him.
1, action. Hey, that was like, that's like 70%. Let's get to like 90% before we move on.
I missed Brett's head.
Bad news. Our Nerf shirts are almost out of sale. So if you want one for yourself, check out our store, corridordigital.com/store, and snag one for yourself. These were designed by the awesome designer, Jason Cryer. He's a really cool dude, and he's really good at designs. So if you like his work, check him out on google.com.
Google.com.
And do you see my site on google.com? You just go to google.com and type my name in. Does wishing sound like a...
First take, first try. Fumble.
Here's my first actual first try.
Oh!